Good afternoon. Me again. I just finished doing one vlog. You have to excuse Oreo ice cream. You cannot eat it like a normal cornetto. I know it probably looks like I've left a bit there, but that's just my cold sore healing. So, someone on my YouTube, don't know their first name, Blue something, suggested why don't I do a video on how, why and where and when I become a barber. So I thought it was a good idea, as my channel is called The Angry Barber, and I am a barber. So, basically, to be honest, I didn't aspire to be a hairdresser or a barber. I wasn't great at school. Not that I couldn't have been, I just was never there. And back then, sort of the only options, if you didn't have very good GCSEs, which I didn't, was to sort of go beauty or hairdressing. Which isn't like that anymore, you know, because people that are stupid just don't go into beauty and hairdressing and barbering, because actually it's hard work. So I went to college, lasted about a week there and got an apprenticeship straight away. I'd done my hairdressing apprenticeship. I did enjoy it. It was hard work, hard graft. Had great training, very strict training, customer service, that sort of thing. And then I think I was about 19, left there, and then literally went straight into barbering. If I'm honest, I pretty much blagged my way in saying I could cut hair because I wasn't really trained. It was all through the fingers, didn't do any clipper work, and I thought, well, the only way to learn is just to crack on with it, which I don't actually think you can do that nowadays, to be honest. All these laws coming in, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but I'm not going to get to that. So I worked in one barber's for 6 months, self-employed, fantastic money. And they paid for my wedding, actually. So what was I, 21 when I left there. Then I worked in another barber's. Then I married a squaddy, so I worked on a camp and I done all the guys' hair, including still doing ladies' hair. Then he got posted to Germany, and fortunately I was lucky enough to get there at the right time, but I ran the salon on the camp there, which was probably again 50-50, guys' hair and women's hair. We were there a year and a half. So, you know, each place I was going to, my barbering was getting better. And then I went to the place where I left for my new job, and I was there 6.5 years. And it wasn't till then, really, that I upped my game on barbering, where I had real passion for barbering. And I actually, not I didn't care, but it was more than just a job. I wanted to be the best that I could. If I'm going to do something, you've got to put 100% into it no matter what it is. Otherwise, what's the point? And then it was probably 2-3 years ago I split up from an ex, and I really needed to throw myself into something. And I really threw myself into work. I started talking to the right people, like in the industry, of how to, like tips and how to enter competitions. Because unless you know anyone, because of Facebook now, things like Barber Banter page and stuff like that, you're more in the know. But if you have no idea who these people are and you have no contacts and nothing, you don't have a frigging clue. And I entered a barber bash competition, didn't get through or anything, but it kept me focused and it kept me working hard and it kept me wanting to better my skills. And then bit by bit I'd add different people on Facebook that I looked up to and I aspired to, and it just sort of snowballed from there, really. And then last year I was lucky enough to be asked to cut on Damien's stand at Barber Connect. It wasn't a main stage or anything, but for me that was massive, absolutely massive. I've gone from working in a little shop in a little town to, you know, cutting it Barber Connect, you know, which is brilliant. Never aspired to be an educator or anything like that, not because I don't care, but I like to keep focused on what I'm doing and I want to better myself. The direction I'd like to go in barbering is actually sort of stage work, or films behind the scenes. I'd love to go in that direction. I don't have a clue how to go in that direction. But that's really what I would like to do. This year at Barber Connect, we're cutting again on the Barber side stand, the Barber Connect. So if you're watching this and you go to Barber Connect, come down and support us. We're doing it on the Sunday morning and the Monday morning. I think there's 6 girls, because the barbering industry is still a very male-orientated world. It always will be, unfortunately. You know, in shops you still get guys come in thinking that you can't cut hair because you're a woman, because you don't own a penis. Some of us might, but I don't. So that's really sort of how it started. If you're looking to get into barbering, realise that, you know, I've heard a lot of people say barbering's cool. It's a good trade. It's a fantastic trade because it's not just about the barbering and your passion and your creativity. It's a very sociable job, and you can go all the way around the world with it. You can take it anywhere, which is the best thing about the trade. But it's hard work. It's long hours. It's unsociable hours. You're on your feet 9 hours, 10 hours a day. Sometimes you don't get to eat. It hurts your back. It hurts your shoulders. It hurts your feet. So it's definitely an industry to get into if you have real passion for it, if that's what you want to go for. Don't just get into it thinking it's going to be cool because you can cut your mate's hair, because it ain't going to happen like that. It's better paid now because there's more directions and more options that you can go to. It's not like if you work for someone you get paid rubbish, because actually you don't. And if you've got a fair boss and they know how much you work hard for them, you'll get treated that way. It's just trying to find that balance of working for someone great, you know, that's going to be fair. Luckily I work for a great company and they're very fair, and it's a very busy shop. It's probably the busiest shop I've ever worked in. I've been there 2 and a bit months now and I'm knackered every day, but that's good. That says a lot for, you know, they've been there 5 years. And Matty, my boss, well, one of my bosses, that he, you know, he works hard. Before I started there, he'd done 5 weeks by himself, 6 days a week. You know, he didn't want to lose custom, but people aren't going to wait 4 hours. Some did, loyal customers. So, you know, if someone's in there grafting, people are going to stay loyal, which is brilliant. But I don't want my own shop, really. It's not a route I want to go down. Fair play to everyone else that does, because it's bloody hard work. So that's pretty much me, really, on the barbering. I do enjoy it. It is hard for a woman in the barbering world. Don't care what anyone says. Doesn't matter where you are. You will always have more to prove. Which, to be honest, I've gone through stages, like, and I will prove people wrong, and I'll work harder. I don't think, oh well, I'm going to be better than every guy. I just want to be the best that I can be, whether someone is female or male. If I aspire to them and I want to cut like them, that doesn't matter the gender, and it doesn't matter about gender. But unfortunately, as a whole, this industry is still fairly still a fairly male-orientated world, and most of the educators, not all, most, are male. There are some fantastic women educators, which is, you know, great to see, and they're doing it. And it's not all about woman power and we've got to be better than guys. Just want it equal. Don't even want gender to come into it. Whether, you know, every shop I've worked in, especially when you first start somewhere being a female, you can tell guys that are loyal to the person that they normally go to, or it's because you're female, and you're going to get that. So if you're female and you want to get into barbering, just be prepared for that. I've gone through stages where I've bit and I've had attitude, and I still don't take no crap, and I'll be a bit sarky with it, but it's just unfortunately what comes with it. So that's that, really. Thank you for watching my story. If there is anyone that's watched it and that want to aspire to be a barber, or want any advice or directions to go into, or just ask me any questions, then feel free to comment below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, LadyRetro82, or Twitter, which I have changed now, and it is called The Angry Barber. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Blue, for giving me the idea to do this. Peace out.